In a shocking and divisive move, the Crown Prosecution Service (CPS) in the UK has stirred up controversy by suggesting that refusing to financially support a partner's gender transition could be classified as domestic abuse. The new guidance has sent shockwaves through the United States, igniting a fierce debate about the boundaries of personal autonomy and the role of financial obligations within relationships. The CPS has outlined a list of behaviors that it deems potentially abusive towards trans or non-binary individuals, including the withholding of financial resources for transitioning purposes. Critics argue that this expansion of the definition of domestic abuse encroaches upon personal freedoms and infringes upon the right to make independent financial decisions. Opponents of the guidance, such as the Women's Rights Network, WRN, have expressed deep concerns about the impact on women's rights and the erosion of trust in the justice system. They argue that using the CPS's definition of abuse could lead to unintended consequences and undermine the progress made in protecting the rights of women. Heather Binning, founder of the WRN, passionately questions the logic behind including reluctance to fund elective surgeries as an example of domestic abuse. She argues that it is absurd to consider the financial choices of individuals as abusive behavior, especially when it comes to surgeries that are elective and unnecessary. While the CPS maintains that the guidance is designed to address unique forms of abuse faced by trans and non-binary individuals, critics believe that it fails to adequately consider the complexities and emotions experienced by family members when faced with a loved one's gender identity transition. As this contentious debate unfolds, it raises important questions about the limits of personal autonomy, the role of financial responsibility within relationships, and the definition of domestic abuse. The global conversation around gender issues and domestic violence continues to evolve, with this development in the UK adding fuel to the fire. It remains to be seen how this guidance will impact discussions on trans rights and personal freedoms in the United States and beyond.